the producer?
Hey. Look, this Sega days are coming soon. I'm just tired of waiting. And tears falling in my prayers. I've been crying for patience. I'm scarred. I gotta live the rest of my life with abrasions. You can't convince me that time isn't wasting. I feel like Hamilton the way I've been writing these pages. So you can call me, but you best be on time with the payments. So you can turn this off if you don't like what I'm saying. Or if these lines are too basic. Just know my life getting crazy. Times is getting harder, that could really spark an artist. And I ain't giving up for nothing, I just try my hardest. I say a prayer for the ones departed. A cold world, I just want to show how pure my heart is. But I see the comments, stories going around about the kid, but I'm so timeless, bad energy can't get to me. I'm the reason why we like this, allegedly. But once I see the best from you, that's when you get the best from me. I'm here for your elevation. Success ain't a destination. Ain't looking for reparations. Ain't looking for no type of savings. Stack up the rest of my savings. Can't get no rest in the basement. Can't even lie to you, baby. Time that we spent was amazing. Then
Okay. We are back. We are back. Oh, sorry. My fault. There we go.
How we doing?
We are back once again. The Ball Central Pod. We have a lot to go over today. MLB opening day is today. It opened up yesterday with Yankees and Giants, but yeah, it was Yankees belt to ass, and Aaron Judge, as always, did nothing. So,
Hey man, why would I come for Aaron Judge like that? You gonna come for Paul Skeens now too because he 5-hit or whatever?
I mean, yeah, he got kicked out of the first inning. So I mean,
You got shelled. But I mean, if you're watching this game, Phil, no offense, it's kind of at Cruz's fault. No offense. I'm not shifting blame to anybody because hear me out. This is opening day. You know what I mean? We got 160 something games to go. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You know
so more Judge strikeouts available.
I mean, I hear you. I'm just saying, people are going to struggle. You know what I mean? Everybody's going to struggle. Just people struggling today.
Well, apparently not the best offense.
I hear you. We're doing well. Hopefully we keep it up. Hey, we don't want to jinx us now. All right, we got a lot of young guys out there. Got a lot of new Mets out there. I'm excited about it. I'm very excited about it. Hear me out, though. Hear me out. Pittsburgh, don't mess with them this year. We struggled with them all last year. I'm surprised about this game. I'm surprised. Let's not be surprised about the rest of the series now. You know what I'm saying? Let's finish.
Hey, we'll talk about that near the end of the pod, but we're also going to talk about some March Madness for the men's and women and also NBA season. So just a reminder, we're live right now on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We like to go live twice a week. Also, if you love listening to pods, feel free to follow us on all the audio platforms. The link for that is down below. Also, we have a gaming channel on Twitch at Ball Central 4 and YouTube, Ball Central Gaming, which I'm going to stream on more now on YouTube. Just it apparently gets more traction. So, yeah, more YouTube gaming streams. And feel free to follow the socials to stay up to date with everything. So, hey, before we get into, we're going to start off with March Madness. John, how we doing today?
We're doing good. A little better. No offense, Phil. I don't mean to come at you first thing in the pod. This is not directly at you. But number 9, Iowa upset number 1, Florida. How your bracket feeling? No offense, Phil. I'm sorry. I don't mean to come at you. Did Duke lose yet? I'm waiting.
Yeah. Oh, that was my ESPN one, but the one I have with IBT Sports, I chose Arizona as my champion. So
nice. So they're looking pretty good.
Yeah, that was for money. So
I hear you. Hey, here at Ball Central, we keep it tabs. No offense. Hey, and that's a homer. I love me a homer bracket. Florida played great this year. They deserve the number 1 seed. It's just unfortunate. That's the madness of March.
Absolutely. Also, our women's bracket is looking, I think, decent, but we also did pick Iowa State to beat Syracuse. So,
I mean, I told you Syracuse was going to win that game. Was I not here saying that? I was like, I think Lil Kiwi should go homer. And you were like, by Audie Brooks. And I was like, facts. Audie Brooks is very good. But she needs to play better defense because Syracuse, unfortunately, won that game. But then again, Syracuse didn't they get demolished by UConn? So it brings you into the effects of like what are these brackets made of, and how many times are we actually like seeing people against each other on these brackets? Like, it interests me to just see more of the insight. You know what I mean? I think it's unfortunate. I think you got to play who you got to play, but at the same time, I was talking to people about women's versus men's, and for the first round, women play at home. So it's honestly like kind of like the Super Bowl, especially if your team is great. You know what I mean? You get to host a number 1 seed college playoff March Madness game. Like, that's insane for UConn or South Carolina, or you know what I mean? Some of these teams. So it's just yeah. I mean, if you can upset at home, it's crazy, especially in the women's bracket.
That's what the Syracuse women's coach was talking about. Like, we have to play UConn again in their area, yada yada yada.
Which is unfortunate. And don't get me wrong, like, I don't really like that argument. I don't like complaining about playing a team. Like, I think everyone should, in a sense, just you know what I mean? Like, you're either better than a team or you're not. You know what I mean? And I get you can go farther in different brackets, but I don't know. You know what I mean? Just because you beat Audie Brooks doesn't mean your team's good enough to do that in other brackets. That's all I'm trying to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think if they would have faced any other 1 seed, it would have been the same.
Probably, yeah. It's not like South Carolina's not going to run up the score against you. You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, good. So hey, let's talk about the women since we're on the topic.
Yeah.
As of right now, it's UConn versus North Carolina. The Sweet 16. They start tomorrow.
It's gonna be a great game.
And UConn's favored 27.5. So we both got UConn.
Yeah, of course.
I
don't know. I mean, North Carolina could come out and play. I'm not saying it probably won't be built to ass. It probably will be, but I'm excited for that game.
Yeah. Also, we have Notre Dame and Vandy. I got Notre Dame to make a good run here, possibly Elite 8.
I think we did.
Just because of Hannah Hidalgo and all those other girls.
Mm-hmm.
So, personally, I have Notre Dame winning this game.
Nice. I agree.
Up next, UCLA and Minnesota. Yeah, I think it's going to be it's going to be a heavy 1 seed Final Four. I think, UCLA does not lose until the Final Four. Or, it probably will be. How do you feel about UCLA's run? Do you think their championship or Final Four?
They could lose early. I'm not trying to say I don't trust them fully, but Minnesota's a good team. I think UCLA will probably take care of business, though. And then who do they have after them?
Duke, LSU.
Ooh, LSU is a beast.
Elijah's girls.
Realistically, UCLA, LSU, that'll be a really, really, really good matchup. That'll be Elite 8.
Yep.
Okay.
That's 16. No, Elite 8. You're right.
Yeah. So realistically, I think that the biggest trouble is Elite 8 personally, but who knows?
Yep. Next up, South Carolina and Oklahoma. Yeah, I think this should be 17.5 favorites. Yeah, I think South Carolina's probably it's probably going to be South Carolina. I would love to see
Oklahoma come out and upset, but I doubt it happens. I really doubt it.
True. Next up, TCU versus Virginia.
Ooh, tough one. I really like Virginia here.
Olivia Miles has been hooping for TCU, near triple-double last game against Washington, and it took it to overtime. So.
Yeah, but Virginia's the 10 seed. Think about it. They're scrappy. They
beat Iowa.
That's what I mean. Like, it's just Iowa was a very, very, very good team, but like you gotta come out and play. And if you can beat a 2 seed, I mean, then I think you're gonna have a really good game against TCU. I'm going with Virginia though.
Gotcha.
TCU is a great team though.
Absolutely. Next up, Texas versus Kentucky. Texas is 14.5 favorites. Ooh.
Yeah, I really like Texas.
Addison Booker, I think she scored 40 points against Oregon.
Nice.
So, yeah, it should be definitely a high seed heavy for the Final Four, Elite 8.
I agree. It's a lot of these teams. They've been battling. They've really took some time to put together their programs, and it's just interesting. You know what I mean? How these games are developing. Hopefully, it comes out the way we want it to.
True. And then last one, Louisville and Michigan. I got Michigan. Olivia Olsen and them.
I got you. I hear you. Michigan, very, very, very strong, getting stronger with their recruits. Louisville, are they not a 7 seed?
They're 3.
They're 3. Okay, never mind. My bad. And then Michigan's a 2. I think I had Louisville beating Michigan. I think I have the upset, but I can see Michigan winning this easily.
Gotcha. Yep, that kicks off Friday, so we'll see.
That's really interesting. I cannot wait.
Yep, and then the Sweet 16 for the men kick off today around 7. See, those games are going to be on the right side, I believe. So let's go off with this first matchup. Duke and St. John's. This whole bracket is a bloodbath. So I don't know. I feel like St. John's could pull off the upset here versus Duke. Duke got scared by Siena first round by Gary McNamara.
They did.
So
They came back. They came back though.
Yeah.
I had Duke going far in this tournament, but I could see them losing to St. John's. I personally am picking Duke. I think realistically, Siena, it's a scary situation coming out in March Madness in a part of the region of the country that you've never ever been in. You know what I mean? So I think to just drop the Duke Blue Devils in this tournament, it's been interesting. I mean, they beat TCU pretty handily, so
yeah.
I think this is going to be a really great game with St. John's, but I'm pulling for Duke here. I know it's weird to say, but
I think it could be Duke too, but I think it's gonna be closer than people expect.
Very close, very close.
And then the winner of that will face the winner of Michigan State and UConn. This was going to be a doozy right here.
It's going to be a bloodbath.
Yeah, I think we're going to see UConn and Duke though.
I think so too. I think I would really like that, but I could also see UConn and St. John's. That would be an insane game for the fan base to meet in the Elite Eight. Oh my God!
Plus,
so either way, I think the only team that I really don't want to win is Michigan State, but they have a very solid program. So
Tom Izzo's been very consistent.
I could see them winning, but at the same time, I really hope they don't. No offense. They're the one team I hope loses.
I'm okay with that. Next up, Arizona versus Arkansas. Now, Arizona is a lot of people's favorites to win the March Madness this year, including myself, but also
Calipari.
Yep, Calipari. Darius Acuff, who is now a Adidas sponsored athlete who has his own shoe, the only one that's been in college, and also Malik Thomas. Both of them has been averaging like 20 a game, and I believe Darius Acuff has scored the most points through 2 games out of a freshman March Madness run. So these guards have been electric for Arkansas.
Very nice. Yeah, I really like Arkansas here, but to save your bracket, especially with the IBT boys, I'm gonna go Arizona. We're gonna keep the vibes rolling. Bubba Shep, bases loaded. 4-7. Let's go Mets. But yeah, I'm going Arizona here. What about you, Arizona?
Yeah, I'm going Arizona as well.
Okay, cool. Do you actually think you can beat Arkansas, or what's up? Talk to me about it.
Honestly, I think it's going to come down to the guard play because that's Arkansas's main offense is Acuff and Malik Thomas. But Arizona's number 1 seed for a reason. They're favored in this game for a reason. I think they'll be. I don't think they'll be able to stop Acuff in them, but I think they'll be able to control everyone else.
Good points.
And next up, Texas versus Purdue. Now, John, there's been a lot of talk about Texas as an 11th seed. Do you consider them a Cinderella?
Yeah, I do. As an 11th seed, you're a Cinderella. It's unfortunate because, Bill, I don't know, like, this is maybe a bad example to give to our viewers, but a reminder back into college when Syracuse was the 10th seed and we were like sophomores at Casanova. We consider them Cinderella. When they beat those 2 teams and they pushed the country, it was electric. Do you know what I mean? So I would, in a sense, consider Texas, even though there's such a big program, Cinderella, especially in Texas. You know what I mean? Where basketball needs to grow. I think it's very there. It's very present with the 2 NBA teams, but at the same time, it'd be awesome to see a number 11 Texas. Which, by the way, the women Longhorns are very good. You know what I mean? So it'd be cool to see 2 programs. You know what I mean? Go through both tournaments and represent their school. But that's just me.
And also, yeah, if you're a double-digit seed in the March Madness bracket, you're a Cinderella. I don't know why people are trying to discredit Texas just because, yes, this is a storied school, but as of right now, they are a double-digit seed. They've had a very up and down year, so obviously they weren't how they used to be.
And they're not blue bloods. Like, it's not like this is their number one sport in their school. You know what I mean? Like, unfortunately, it's football.
True.
You know what I mean? Like, it's the same with LSU. Like, as much as we love Shaq, do you know what I mean? They're the number one sport at LSU is football. Like, it just is. You know what I mean? So,
because I think the only incredible, like the only well-known NBA players from Texas right now is Trey Johnson, who's a rookie from Washington, and of course Kevin Durant.
sure. And I'll flip this on the head. I'll say Indiana, who just won the national championship of football, is more well known for basketball than they are for football. So it's like even if your school is so well known for something, there's always someone saying you can't do it. You know what I mean? And you're not worthy. And you know what I mean? Like I'm excited for Texas. I'm happy they got a second chance in this tournament and they get to make a little run here. You know what I mean?
Very true.
I would love it.
Next up, the other 4 matchups. Iowa, who's fresh off of a crazy upset versus my Florida Gators, and Nebraska.
Are we picking Nebraska out of spite or what's up?
Huh?
Are we picking Nebraska out of spite or what's up? You know what I mean?
Honestly, Nebraska's only favored 1.5. Honestly, with the way Iowa played, I wouldn't be surprised if they did pull off another upset. So,
are they that good, Phil? Like, you're watching that game, you think Iowa's like got it?
I think they can at least win one more game against Nebraska, but I think they do bow out against Illinois or Houston. So
sure.
I would be surprised if Iowa shocked Nebraska.
That would be cool. What's our next one?
Next up, Illinois at Houston or versus Houston.
Illinois is a big basketball school, but I think I'm going to stick with Houston.
I'm going to stick with Houston as well. Next up, Michigan versus Bama. I got Michigan here. I think they'll be Elite Eight, Final Four bound.
I don't know, Bama looks fire, but I hear you. Michigan probably, if they don't choke. This is a chokeable team. I know that's weird to say, but
yeah, I see that.
I'm gonna go Michigan here too.
Yep. And last one, Tennessee versus Iowa State. Personally, I've had Ohio State make it an Elite Eight run, so I got them.
Okay. I personally like Tennessee. I know it's kind of wild to say, but what seed are they? They're the 6th seed.
6, yep.
If they could upset it too, it'd be huge. I think that would be really, really big for March Madness. So I'm gonna go Tennessee here, but yeah, I could see Iowa State winning this pretty handily.
Okay. Next up, that's all the March Madness talk. Round of 16 resumes today and tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Get back to you next week.
I'm excited about it. I'm excited to see.
So, up next, we got some NBA talk. Basically, yeah, it's been a very, very interesting year for the Houston Rockets. Especially
Are we going to talk about it last night?
Oh, yeah, last night was insane. But before we even get to last night, let's go over like what happened leading up to last night.
I feel you.
It was, let's see. There were the last couple of games. I believe like they've beaten the Raptors. They lost to the Nuggets, Pelicans back to back. They've been a little bit reeling in this last like 5-10 game stretch.
Sure.
And then you lose to the Wolves without Anthony Edwards. You lose to the Bulls, and Sengun and KD dropped 70 total points, and you still lost to the Bulls. And Sengun and KD both dropped nearly 60 again, and you lose to the Wolves. It's just these are the games that show you that the Houston Rockets can't be taken seriously as contenders if you're losing games like these, like winnable games as these majority of the time. Because yeah, they've had some bad L's. They've lost.
Their offense was so obvious last night. I don't mean to be like that. Yeah, but like when they were going to Sengun, you just knew it. You know what I mean? When they were going to like Durant, like when Durant took the shot, I don't know. It was just like it was playable defense. It was weird.
Also, yeah, Durant had a chance to tie the game at the end with free throws. He missed the first one. So that automatically means with 3 seconds left, you have to throw it off the backboard or the rim automatically. Because but
once he missed the first one, I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" Just because it was like
they're free.
Yeah. And then Randall, I don't mean to be like that, but with the shot, good for him. One finally goes in. Congrats. There's a lot of great key factors of this Minnesota win. Honestly, if we could tip it hat to Minnesota, it was a really, really good win. They came back from like 15 points in overtime. But like
they beat Boston the other day, and now they beat Houston without Anthony Edwards.
Without Anthony Edwards, shoot. Imagine if he comes back. Like that's the thing. Like you have to remember who you are. Like imagine like if Anthony Edwards comes back and they make a deep playoff run. They could. Can you imagine the Wolves in the finals?
Possibly.
Possible.
I wonder gets two. People are New York fans still wanting that New York and Minnesota finals?
A little bit. That'd be nice. That'd be funny. I don't know because Anthony Edwards is just so good. I don't know if I want to see him in a finals. It's like seeing Jordan in a finals. I don't know if like because there's like there's like a
or Team Olajuwon.
A rumor or Team Olajuwon. Sure. But yeah.
We'll see. But I think a lot of for the Houston Rockets problems, except for especially for like late game execution and how they've been performing in these like close ass games, is their youth. Sengun's young, Amen Thompson young, Jabari, Reed Shepard. All these guys are young pieces with one of the greatest scorers of all time in Kevin Durant. So
no offense,
they're showing their age here.
Yeah, Kevin Durant needs to. They need to not waste Kevin Durant's time, and Kevin Durant needs to not waste their time. Like, he needs to get them on the right page because it's crazy. You know what I mean?
He's just buying time until 2028.
Oh, my God. Until when? What's going to happen?
He's going to go back to Seattle.
He's going back to Seattle?
Yep.
Who's he bringing with him?
Russell Westbrook.
Oh, snap. And somebody else that's good. I want to see Seattle compete, low-key.
James Harden.
Oh, no, stop. Stop with that foolishness. Stop with that foolishness right now. Bring up the Nets point.
I mean, yeah, Kevin Durant's contract is up the same year Seattle is coming back. So,
well, congratulations. I'm happy. I hope he does go to Seattle. That would be amazing. But I hope he brings somebody like who else is a free? I hope he brings the next top free agent to Seattle. Imagine that. Imagine Kevin Durant and the best top free agent going to Seattle with the draft. They'll have a conference draft with Vegas, and then they'll have a team full of role players with Kevin Durant and one other. It'd be amazing. It'd be a playoff team already in the first year of its making. It would be awesome for Seattle.
I agree.
But at the same time, it's like, damn, we got to wait 2 more years and hope Kevin Durant stays healthy. You know what I'm saying?
I hope so.
I'm hoping so too, but still, it's scary times.
Okay. Next up, Cam Thomas has had a very, very rough NBA year so far. First up, you play on the Nets, who, let's be honest, are always in take mode. Then they drop him, and there's a trade deadline. Then you get picked up by Milwaukee. You have a couple good games, and then I think this past week you get waived by them. So he's been waived twice this year. So honestly, I just think that Cam Thomas, if he actually wants to stick to an NBA roster, his style of play is not going to keep him in the NBA.
He's had a couple good games. He's got to be way more of a team player. He's got to play way more on defense.
I mean, it's great that he could get a bucket, but when that doesn't work, what else do you bring to the game?
Yeah, especially like your buckets, they fall sometimes. They don't fall all the times. You know what I mean? So just like, especially when you're that hole in that roster. I mean, it's no offense, but it's nuts that both the Nets and Milwaukee dropped this guy. Phil, you know what I mean? Like, just with the talent he brings, do you really think maybe he just didn't want to work on his game or do a role that, you know what I mean, they both kind of needed?
I don't know. It's weird just because I think with the Nets, they had 5 draft picks this year. Most of them, I think, European or stuff like that. So obviously he didn't fit their timeline. But with the Bucks, they need somebody.
They need somebody with Giannis.
Yep, but apparently I don't think he was the answer either. Just because you have Kevin Porter Jr., you have other people that can score the rock, and he doesn't provide anything besides scoring. And he can be just as good of a scorer, just as bad of a scorer. So
true. Well, he needs to work on his defense seriously. I think he'd be, if he was a defensive threat, he would be picked up immediately, because you could say even I don't mean to throw anybody's name out there, but Paul Pierce at the end of his career or Melo at the end of his career, you know what I mean? They worked on certain aspects of their games that made them essential to rosters, and then they hit final shots that made them legendary. You know what I mean? So it's just I don't know. hopefully he gets another chance somewhere else. You know what I mean? Hopefully he gets picked up in 2 years. Who knows? But
Yeah, because after the 34-point game in his debut for the Bucks, I mean, he had some decent games going back to back to back, but then after that, it just fell off a cliff. 6,
Sure.
7, some double-digit games here and there, but then we
I
saw
don't
his
like
minutes.
Milwaukee though. Like I don't mean to be like that. Like I just like I don't trust them as an organization. I know that's crazy to say, but
that's
like
fair. Yeah, no worry. After Giannis gets dealt or leaves, it's going to be game over. So,
well, I mean, like, what are you gonna do with your team? Like, what path do you really see going other than Giannis? You know what I
Chris
mean?
Wilson, how you doing? Wait, was that for me or for John?
I'm probably you.
Probably. I apologize. I didn't even know what I said. So yeah, I mean, with Cam Thomas, he just needs to develop his game more. He needs to be more of a all-around player. Just because, yeah, the assists are there. I mean, it's like 2 to 3 or 3 to 4, but yet he doesn't provide much besides just shot chucking.
True.
But we will see.
We
And
shall
also,
see.
not much to talk about in the NBA, so we want to talk about the MVP race. I think that's been like one of the most biggest things right now.
Are you gonna come for me if I pick Wemby? Because Stephen A. Smith picked Wemby or something?
He also flip flops on his MVP, so
He flip flops on MVP so much. But
and
yeah,
he admitted that too. That's crazy, and he has a vote. So
I'm not huge on the media having control over these things. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
I know they do in every sport. You know what I mean? I know they control the Hall of Fame. I know like it's. I just think that it should come down to a select group. Yes, they limited it with games and how many maximum games you have to play, but it's I don't know. I think realistically it is this top 3: Luka, Wemby, Shea, right?
yep,
And like
Shea, Luka, Wemby, Jokic, Cade, Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown's in that conversation. I just don't think I think I picked somebody else over him. No offense. Like I think he's bringing a lot to his team, but I think now that Tatum's back, I don't know. I wonder if he keeps it up.
Yeah, I mean, because I think Jaylen Brown does have a good case because I think he's played more games than I
A lot
believe
of
most of these candidates.
Yeah.
But also SGA, I think his team has the best record in the league, and he's been very, very consistent. As you can see, 31, 4, and 6, and he's also a Finals MVP and an MVP from last year. So he's always going to have that little edge over everyone else because he's the only one that's won an MVP so far, besides Jokic. With Luka, I think he should be the favorite because he's played more games than SGA, and also he has better stats than SGA, 33, 7, and 8, and also Luka is putting up more with less than SGA. So
Yeah, yes. I hear you.
Luka's personally my favorite to win, but I feel like they always
He's definitely got the scoring down. But
they always count out Luka.
is he there defensively? Like I think he has upped his defense personally, but
Yeah, he's been actually decent on the defensive end of the court. So,
yeah. Well, he's been hustling because I mean he really doesn't have that much help in LA. Other than he's got LeBron, but he's 40. So
and speaking of defense, Wemby made his case. I think a couple of days ago, like you said, with Stephen A. Smith, that he's averaging 3 blocks per game. He's been arguably the best defensive piece in the NBA this year. Also, the Spurs are second, and he's averaging a double-double with 24 and 11.
Well, he should hands down realistically win Defensive Player of the Year this year. Like it's not even a question. The last 2 years, the only thing that kept him from the award was injury. So I mean, like, I really think he should win Defensive Player of the Year. If anything, like if he doesn't win MVP, he definitely wins Defensive Player of the Year. You know what I mean?
Yep. Next up, Jokic. I think he might have a case, but he was up for a while, and his Nuggets aren't they're like 5th or 6th in the West. So
yeah,
I think with him not having like a top 3 record in the West, it kind of brings out his case a little bit.
I don't even think he cares. Like realistically, I think if they give him the MVP, he's like, "Oh, thank you very much." Another one. But like realistically, like I don't even think I think he's having a good year, a very, very good year. He's missed some games, but I don't think this is his year. You know what I mean? I think this is a year for somebody else.
True.
Just saying.
Okay. Also, Cade Cunningham, who has played 61 games before his collapse. So I think he's officially out the running since he's projected to be out rest of the year, which the 65-game rule eliminates him from any award consideration, which is terrible.
He probably could come back for the last 5 games.
True. He just needs to play more.
Yeah, I mean, he's still hurt. So it's just
but honestly, with SGA, Luka, and Wemby, if I'm the Pistons, I'm being as careful as possible because if something bad happens when he's fighting for the MVP, there goes your playoff hopes.
So. True. Well, yeah, and I mean, I think they were nervous about the playoffs regardless, just based on seeding. You know what I mean? So I think he might play the last 2 games, but I don't know if he'll qualify for an MVP. I don't think he wins it this year. No offense, he's had a good year. It's just not his year.
True. No, the last candidate we got to talk about Jaylen Brown.
Good, yeah. Jaylen Brown's there.
I think he has a solid case. I don't think he has the best case, obviously, with the top 3, but he does have the second best record in the East, and compared to everyone else's team, it's a lot less than SGA's, than Luka's, than Wemby.
I'd take him over a couple other people.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
I don't think he deserves to win, but I think he deserves to be in like the top conversation just because of how much he's carried. And you also didn't have Jason Tatum the first 60 games of the year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he really kind of kept that team together. He didn't seem selfish at all. Like, it really wasn't about him. It was about the team. So, I mean, they played as a unit. So,
also,
I wouldn't put him number 1. You know what I mean? I think the other guys outshine him with some of the stats.
Yeah, and also something that I think that does take Jaylen Brown out of the conversation for like top 3 or top 2.
Yeah,
the Celtics did not perform well against like the top teams in the East and West. They just beat OKC last night, which I think they're like 2-6 versus like top teams in each conference. So yeah, I think if they would have won some games versus top teams, I think he would have a better case. But with not being too competitive against top teams, I can see why he's not like anyone's top 3 or top 2 for MVP.
I hear that, but I think Jason Tatum coming back kind of I think that takes it off more than them not winning games against top teams. I hear that. It's a good point, but I just wasn't thinking about it like that. That's interesting.
So yeah, we'll see how this race turns out. And hey, we have about 20-ish games left in the season, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, so we wanted to end the show with some MLB since it's officially MLB season. John is a Mets fan. I am a Red Sox fan. So we're gonna just break down a little bit of each division, who we got winning, and just some players who we love. Just not from all the teams, but like some teams we want to keep an eye on. So
and it's 9-5 Mets.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's good.
Or Pittsburgh.
We had the bases loaded when we were on the podcast. I was trying not to be like.
So let's start off with the NL first, then we'll go to our area after.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so National League. Let's start with the West, since that's the most obvious one. We both have the Dodgers winning, correct?
Yeah, I got the Dodgers winning. They added some pieces.
Maybe.
Hey, they struggled last year. Ohtani better not get hurt again. That's what I'm saying. They better keep him healthy. All right, that's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I have the Dodgers as well.
Who do you have coming number 2? Do you have San Francisco or do you have San Diego?
I got the Padres. I actually have the Padres being a wild card team this year as well.
Oh, interesting. I can see that. I like the Padres as a wild card team. I also like San Francisco. I don't know what's going to happen with them. I think they're going to make a trade at the deadline.
Last night's game, I don't know if you saw it, John. Ugly.
Yeah, but that happens in Major League Baseball. You got to look at the series. Like I gotta see what the Yankees do with the next 2 games. You know what I mean? Same with the Mets. Like they could win this game right here, and then they could lose the next 6, and you'd be like, oh, never mind. This first game doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like Aaron Judge went 0 for 5. Let's see what he does. Like, does he hit 40 home runs? If he doesn't hit 40 home runs, you can tell me he's not clutch anymore. You know what I mean? Like you could, like you know what I mean? Like it's just like I need mass results. I don't need one game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But bright side, they were already up 7-0, so he didn't need to be clutch. He didn't even need to show up that day.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? Like everyone's like, oh, he didn't do anything. Like sometimes that's the case. Home run. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get it.
Who?
Bench, the rookie.
Oh wow, good for you.
Hell yeah.
Is there anyone player wise in the division you have your eye on from any team?
I have from my boy. What are you talking about? I mean, of course, we're all looking at the Dodgers and their aesthetic lineup, but San Francisco. The whole reason I'm talking about San Francisco is Rafael Devers. and I think they added some aces, and I think they can make a little run. I also like San Diego. There's a bunch of people on the Padres that I like. Tatis, Manny Machado. You know what I mean? There's a bunch of people. I like the West, but I'd say it goes Dodgers, Padres, San Francisco, Arizona, Colorado. Yeah.
Yep, pretty much. I agree. Yeah, like I also want to see how Bogarts does, former Red Sox, obviously. So a little biased here. Just I want to see how he does with San Diego. But yeah, honestly, I do think Colorado has a better record than last year. I know that's a small.
And I think Arizona probably improves too. I mean, some of these small market teams improve. Some of them really don't, but
yeah,
I'm excited to see what Colorado does. I think last year was not the best, so I think anything would be better.
Absolutely. Also, I think Luis Reyes on the Giants is going to be a very, very big move. So hopefully that pans out.
True. Also, my boy left New York for the Dodgers. I gotta call him out. Edwin Diaz. Hope he gets a lot of closes until that's over. Yeah, exactly. Bring out the trumpets. Come on.
Do you think they're playing trumpets tonight?
I believe it's sad, but it's true. You gotta bring out the trumpets. Let's go to the Central next.
Yep, the Central. Personally, I have the Cubs winning, and I have the Brewers being a wild card team.
Interesting. I'm about to shock your socks off. I still have the Cubs winning, but I got the Pirates being a wild card team. They make the playoffs for the first time this year. They bring in some people. They bring up some people later in the later months, and Paul Skeens finally gets them there. I'm telling you. Pittsburgh this year.
Yeah, I can see it, hopefully. But yeah, Paul Skeens, everyone's going to have eyes on him as possibly a potential face of the league and stuff like that. The Cubs, they got Alex Bregman from the Red Sox, which
another home run. Sorry,
another one.
Yeah, this one Alvarez, number 9 in the order.
Oh, nice.
So here comes the top of the order, baby. Let's get it.
And the Brewers, I think they do well this year. Hopefully, they can build up last year with Contreras and all of them. So
I don't know if they get better. I think they either stay the same or
a little bit better, a little worse.
I think they might get a little worse. I'm just saying.
Gotcha. Next up, the NL East. I have the Phillies winning the division. I have the Mets being a wild card.
Interesting. Okay. Cool. I have the Mets winning the division.
Yep.
I'm sure that now. I know this is some homer pick, but no, actually, realistically, I think it comes down to the Mets, Braves, Phillies for this division. I think the Marlins and Nationals will do something. I think the Nationals will do something with their young core. I think they'll shock some people, but I think Atlanta is really going to pop off, especially if they stay healthy this year. I think they compete with Philly and New York to the end, and it's one of those three for either wild card or division. You know what I mean? I'm rooting for the Mets to win the division, but this is just opening day jitters. You know what I mean?
True. Honestly, for the NL though, Trey Turner has always been someone I like on the Phillies, so I'll see what he does. The Mets, Bo Bichette, off to a good start already. So,
Chris Sale in Atlanta. I'm just saying.
Yep, Chris Sale, former Red Sox as well. So yeah, I'm excited to see all these players. Also, Ronald Acuna. He's coming off of a World Baseball Classic championship, so hopefully he can build off of that this year. I think
he's going to win a world. I think he could possibly win a World Series. I've loved what the Braves have done for the past 3 to 4 years. They've just been injured for the past 3 to 4 years. You know what I mean? Like
including him.
Well, that's like he's their main player. So it's just when he goes down, it's I don't want to say their season, but it's they just lose life after that point. Like it's hard to, you know what I mean? It's hard to go to the World Series when you don't have your best player.
True. Next up, the AL West. I have the Mariners winning, and I have the Astros being a wild card.
Okay. I have. Let's see.
Hopefully, Randy Arozarena and Kyle Raleigh is okay from the World Baseball Classic.
Hopefully. I kind of have the same. I'm rooting for the Mariners to win the division, and then Houston to hit the wild card. I think realistically, I think Houston could take this division as well. I think it's possible for them. Yeah, I don't really see much in this division. I'm looking. I'll probably look to the AL West more this year, just to look to see more players in Texas. And I mean, will the Angels ever do anything? That's the question.
Poor Mike Trout.
Bro,
he should have left when Otani left. I don't know why he stayed there.
Angels in the outfield. That's why he stayed there. He's gonna die. He's gonna be an Angel for life.
Of the MLB, isn't he?
What? Well, I think he could get moved at the deadline to Philly. That's been a rumor for the past 2 years, but it is what it is.
Listen, Mike Trout, you did everything you could for the city, but yeah, it's time to move on.
I've been there. It's great. It's a great place.
I'm looking at Cal Riley to see if he could repeat that amazing season from last year.
Yeah.
If Mike Trout does get moved as well, the Rangers,
the A's added some pieces. I mean,
the Astros, they added back Carlos Correa, so hopefully they can do something. And then next up, the AL Central. I have the Tigers winning the division.
Sure.
And I don't have that wild card spot for this team. For anyone else.
Or anybody else? Interesting. You don't have a maybe wild card?
You know where my 2 wild cards are at, since I only named one for.
Okay.
I have 3 making it from the AL East.
The Guardians, the Tigers, the White Sox. I like the Tigers to win this division. I think the Royals have always kind of done something. I don't really. Maybe Cleveland will do something here. I mean, I agree with you. I think a lot of these teams are off, but I think I don't know. I'm looking for someone to kind of come out and do something. I really kind of. If I had to pick a team, probably Kansas City. Other than
I think that would be their best opportunity for a wild card.
Yeah,
I agree. For the Twins, Byron Buxton as always. The Royals, Bobby Witt. The Tigers, Ball. Jose Ramirez for the Guardians, and for the White Sox. Ugh.
Bobby Witt is just so legit. He really could just will his team to the playoffs. So I don't know. You know what I mean? Like maybe.
Absolutely. Oh, we also got a like from Lawrence on Facebook. Thank you, Lawrence.
Yeah.
Also, hey, let's talk about not our division. I almost said because you're mostly Mets fan. But,
I'm mostly Mets fan, yes.
Yeah. The American League East. Personally,
I do follow.
Me, of course. So I got the Red Sox winning the division.
That's nice.
But I also have the Yankees and the Blue Jays making the playoffs as a wild card.
Ooh.
And potentially the Oilers or not the Orioles. Orioles making it over. Potentially over the Astros, but I do like the Astros a little bit more than the Orioles.
I have the Orioles definitely making the playoffs.
Because of Pete Alonso?
Yeah, I think realistically, I said this drunk, so I'm definitely going to owe one of my friends who's a bartender that's a Mets fan $1. But I was like, Pete Alonso is going to win 20 plus more games for this team. And I really do think that. I really do think that like the Orioles will win probably 5 or 6 more games. Like I think Pete Alonso makes this team better. You know what I mean? 20 plus games? Probably not. I was really drunk, but I was upset, but because we didn't even offer him a contract. But I really do see the Orioles doing something this year. I think the Blue Jays take a step back. I think the Red Sox and Yankees compete for this division. And yeah, I don't know. See what happens. Other than that, Tampa Bay needs to do something. To make a move or 2, or I don't know. But and I think the Yankees honestly need to do something too. I don't think they've given Aaron Judge enough to win this division, but I think they will compete for it. So it all depends on when their pitching comes back, because they got Rodon and they have Max Fried on. They're playing with a 4-man rotation. And who's the other pitcher that they have?
Yep.
Yeah. And so I mean, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens with them. You really think your Red Sox are gonna win the division?
Bias pick.
I mean, so you meant it's biased. Okay, cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Who do you think out of the Mets or Red Sox is going to win the division realistically?
I think the Red Sox have a better chance than the.
Really? Okay, I got you. We made some moves this offseason. We got Bo Bichette. It's 11-5. I just want to put that out there.
But I do have both teams making the playoffs, so.
I mean, we do. We do have both teams making the playoffs, so we'll see what happens. But I mean, you can't count the Red Sox out forever. But they've also made some dumb moves. So, like, I don't know, Phil.
But hey, bro, Anthony, because we lost a lot of people that in the last stretch of the year last year.
And you got a lot of young talent. You got a lot of young talent.
They did the Bregman, which is probably going to hurt. So,
You should have signed Brett. That was ridiculous. No offense.
Yeah,
To trade Devers and then,
Yep, Devers, Bogarts, Mookie.
which is just crazy. Well, it's Mookie. Can't even bring Mookie into this. Mookie's just like, I can't believe you let him go to the Dodgers before they were the Dodgers.
Is there any random awards like you have your eye on? Like you think someone could win?
Cy Young. I mean, probably Paul Skeens. A Screwball for the NAL. I mean,
I got Crochet for the AL. Cy Young.
I really like Freddie Peralta. I think he will do well. I think the Mets trade for either a really good pitcher though to finish up. Yeah, I don't know. I no one realistically. Maybe I see Juan Soto doing better for the Mets. I see he had a 36 stolen base year. He almost had a 40 year last year. So I see him almost trying to match Ohtani's 50-50. So it's, I mean, I'm excited to see what the Dodgers do, but I mean, just because you have that much talent doesn't mean you win all those games. You know what I mean? I think that's part of the problem with some of these ball clubs. Like you spend a lot of money and you think, oh, we're going to win every single game, and you're not. You know what I mean? You have to see how they mesh as a team and what they do, and you got to bring up players, you got to send down people. It's a process, you know what I mean? And I'm excited for this season. You know what I mean? I think there's a lot of baseball to go, and like I said, I'm excited for results.
Absolutely. So, hey, we have a lot of MLB underway already, so we're going to try to get to that as of right now. Like I said, not too long of a pod today. NBA is winding down because the playoffs are near, so a lot of teams are either tanking or doing their best with playoff positioning. March Madness.
We could fix tanking, Phil. We could spend 2 minutes on that. I think what the women's hockey league is doing, I think they fixed tanking in their league. So I think if we could create a point system for teams that are just mathematically out of the playoffs, you know what I mean? I think it could work, but I don't know what Adam Silver's going to do. He's probably going to make another tournament.
Yeah, or add 2 more teams to the league.
I mean, I'm fine with adding 2 teams to the league. I think Seattle needs to be there. I think it's insane we let OKC buy Seattle and move it to OKC. And now they have all those picks, and Seattle has nothing.
I do think OKC will give Seattle its history back.
Of course. If it doesn't, we go to OKC and we take it from them. What are we talking about here? Oh, my God. OKC. Have all those picks for the history. What do you want?
If I was OKC, I would give Seattle back its history. You won with SJ.
If I was Adam Silver, I would take a pick away from OKC and I put it in Seattle. I call it a fee. I call it a finder's fee. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there'd be outroar in the league. They'd take me to court. They'd be like, "Hey, you can't do that." I'd be like, "Yes, I can." You want to steal Seattle like that? I'm just saying. People in Seattle would love me as commissioner. I'm just saying they would. Nowhere else would love me, but Seattle would. I'm just saying.
That's true.
And it wouldn't even be a good pick. It'd be like a back-end lottery pick. You know what I mean? Like a 12.
Possibly, yeah. So hey, we'll see what happens because I think the NBA is in very, very an interesting situation right now with 5 different streaming platforms to watch the game, the tanking issues, the load management issues. Yeah, there's a lot to try to fix, and not and a lot of solutions, but how many will work?
And I mean, I like Adam Silver. I think he's probably it's sad to say he's probably the best commissioner in sports because I don't think there's enough saved or enough fixed with basketball to really make that statement. But I think he does a pretty good job. You know what I mean? I think the calls are a little inconsistent, but that's just me as a Knicks fan. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. And also, maybe we'll try to get some watch parties going on for the playoffs, especially if the Celtics and Knicks play in the playoffs.
Hell yeah. I can't do Wednesdays, but I can try to do other days, no doubt.
I mean, Wednesday's IBTE, so we're good.
Maybe it's Sunday I'm busy, but I'm just saying that. I'm just letting you know. But yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. I'm excited.
Gotcha. So, hey, last words before we head out.
Let's go Mets. I'm excited about the season. Hope it sets up. Hopefully, I will be proved wrong. He hit a ball out to center or left center. He got out. It is what it is. But 5-11. It's a good day to be a New York Mets fan. Hopefully, they can finish this up. A little nerve-wracking to see the closer come out. Who knows if they'll use him? But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. Are you excited? Those are my last words. It's been a fun pod, Phil. Hell yeah, even though it was short.
Nerfy season, so of course I'm excited. But yeah, I hit a Nerfy on the first game of the year for Giants and Yankees, but
congrats.
0-3 today.
It's okay.
I think 0-2 because I think the Mets and Pirates were the first one. They scored in the first inning, and then it was Nationals and Cubs. They scored a home run in the first inning.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Crazy. Who's winning that game?
I think the Nationals were up like 7-2.
Got you.
Check. Right now, the Nationals are up 7-3. The Brewers are up 6-1. Yeah, it's a lot of belt to ass right now for these games. 11-5 Mets to Pirates. 6-1 Brewers White Sox. 7-3 Nationals Cubs. A lot of scoring today. Good Lord. Are the balls juiced?
No, they change the balls every year though, so that's what sucks about Major League Baseball.
And the only game with no runs is Twins Orioles, and they're in the middle of the third. So yeah, a lot of offense early today.
Come on, Pete Alonso. Let's go. Hell yeah.
Okay, so hey, we're gonna get to watching some baseball since opening day. Thank y'all for tuning in on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Thank you, Chris Wilson, for showing up as always. Very appreciated. If you're listening via audio, also thank you for tuning in. Feel free to give us whatever feedback is available on that platform. Feel free to stay up to date with all our socials for any live streams or any important news going on with Baller Central. I probably will be streaming something later on the Baller Central Gaming channel on YouTube, so feel free to subscribe and put on notifications. Maybe some MLB The Show, Road to the Show. So I've been delaying on starting that, so we'll see. So yeah. With that being said, from myself and John, go Mets, go Yankees, and no, not go Yankees. Sorry, go Mets, go Red Sox, and fuck the Yankees. There we go. Better. Sorry, a little under the weather with my nose, so that's why.
I feel that.
So yeah, with that being said, that has been the show for the week. This Saturday will be me and Lando's WWE pod.
Good luck.
Feel free to tune into that, and remember, it's a recorded live. We record Friday night and upload it Saturday. So it doesn't look like we're responding to whatever is in the chat just because it's a recorded live. So heads up. I probably will be in the chat talking it up with you all as well. So yeah. Thank y'all for tuning in, and we are out. Deuces.
Did you feel this way when you fell in love with Gene?
Oh, look. I felt that way lots of times.
He's a producer?
Hey, I'm looking for Mrs. Bubblegum. Yeah, you know I need the sweet love, cocoa butter kisses that I could only dream of. Making people want the love we have when they see us. I love ya, I want ya, girl, I really need ya. Is it real? Is it real? See, I don't want to question it. Is it real? Is it real? I think that's a definite. I thank God every day, cause yeah, she really heaven sent. See, God don't make mistakes. My baby's really evidence. Kisses on